and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travel news group. youtube.com/travel news group. Here's our update.
U.S. Constitution and Declaration of Independence now have harmful language. Raging political correctness lunacy does not spare U.S. Constitution, Declaration of Independence and Bill of Rights. U.S. National Archives tags Declaration of Independence and U.S. Constitution with language warning labels historical documents now deemed to consist of potentially harmful content. The archivists are told to inform users about the presence and origin of such harmful content. Harmful language alert tags appeared on the U.S. National Archives website pages displaying the scanned versions of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Harmful language warning labels also appear on the pages with the text of the first 10 amendments, known as the Bill of Rights. First thought of by the visitors to the National Archives website as a prank or the result of a hacker attack, it however was no joke at all. The link on the Lab L leads to the National Archives and Records Administration (NARA) statement on potentially harmful content, defined as reflecting racist, sexist, ableist, misogynistic, misogynoir, and xenophobic opinions and attitudes, or being discriminatory towards or exclude diverse views on sexuality, gender, religion, and more, among other criteria. The archivists are told to inform the users about the presence and origin of such harmful content, update descriptions with more respectful terms, and make an institutional commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. It was unclear when the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights were labeled as potentially harmful. Back in July, during its traditional reading of the Declaration on the anniversary of its adoption July 4, 1776, the National Public Radio added a disclaimer for the very first time, saying that the words in the document land differently, after last summer's protests and our national reckoning on race. This was a reference to Black Lives Matter protests that began in May 2020, after the death of George Floyd in Minnesota, quickly attributed by activist groups to institutional racism in policing and the entire U.S. social and political system. Democrats Joe Biden and Kamala Harris backed the protesters. In April, after a Minneapolis police officer was convicted of murdering Floyd, now President Biden and Vice President Harris hailed the verdict and demanded reforms in the name of racial justice. In a series of tweets in July, NPR said the Declaration of Independence contained flaws and deeply ingrained hypocrisies, pointing in particular to a racist slur against indigenous Americans, presumably referring to the line about merciless Indian savages the colonists complained about to the British Crown.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travel news group, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.